tenemos dos ponentes, concretamente Stefana, Fraetan y Eduard Capell. Stefana es ingeniera de software con más de 9 años de experiencia y Eduard es el Engineering Team Lead en Ocado Technology. Van a hablarnos de Blameless post-mortem, aprendizajes en procesos de innovación, así que vamos a ver qué tal nos cuentan.
Thank you. Just gonna leave this here for now. Yes, it will be in English. Hello, everybody. So we are Stefana and Eduard from Ocado Technology, and we will talk to you about blameless post-mortems. So how to figure out what happened in an incident fast and without pointing any fingers. We will shortly introduce ourselves. I'm Stefana. I'm a backend software engineer. I work mainly in Java. I've been in Ocado for around 4.5 years. And this is my coworker, Eduard.
Thank you, Stefana. So yeah, I'm Eduard. I've been working for 6 years in Ocado Technology, and I am engineering team lead in the same team as Stefana. So back to you.
So Ocado Technology has been founded around 20 years ago in the UK as an online-only supermarket, so no physical shop, just the online supermarket. And you might think, well, it's an easy problem. Why? It's just a web page. What are they spending so much time on? But imagine this. You make an online order. You're waiting the grocery for the whole week. You're waiting for it for 2 days. It arrives. You start unpacking, super excited, and there are some eggs in your bag, and they are broken. And then you're like, well, not ideal, but let's go on, keep unpacking, and you see this like red apple, and you're like, why do I have a red apple? I ordered a golden apple. And it's like almost the same thing, but I only like golden, so I don't want it to be red. So actually, it is a complicated problem, and that is coming because of multiple factors. First of all, products have limited short life. Fresh products like meat, fish, vegetable, you sell them fast or they spoil and you lose money. Then basket sizes are big. We shop, we make our groceries for the whole week. We order like 20, 30 items. So the many different things that need to be picked with different shapes, different sizes. Then they need different storing conditions. Some of them need to be in the freezer, some of them in the fridge, some of them room temperature. So for this complicated problem, quite a complex solution is needed, and that's why Ocado Technology created Ocado Smart Platform, or OSP, and they also realized that they can start selling the software to other retailers as well, not just keep it for themselves. So Ocado Smart Platform is an end-to-end platform that follows the entire customer journey. So of course, we have the e-commerce, the web page, but it's not just that. There are like a lot of other things behind it. Imagine all the platforms for payments, for sending notifications to customers, like basket personalizations, personalized search engines. E-commerce is a lot more. And we are focused on this in Barcelona. So we have quite many retailers around the world. You might know some in Spain. We have Bonpreu, we have Alcampo, and then there's Kroger in the US, Coles in Australia. That is just to name a few. We are a value-led technology company, and one of our value that we will focus on today is learn fast. So you might ask yourself, why learn fast? Well, that is because, like I said, our problem is really, really complex, and with a complex problem comes a complex solution. We make hundreds of deployments every day. Actually, you can see here the deployments we've made so far this year. We're hundreds of professionals working together. Our environment is highly distributed, highly concurrent. And because of that, it's not a matter of when problems will arrive, not a matter of if problems will arrive, just a matter of when. We know for sure problems will happen, and we can keep all our time like checking every single possible edge case, but in the end, we will always miss something. But the idea is that when problems do happen, we find them fast, we fix them as quick as possible, and we put measures in place to ensure they don't happen again. So let's now look at some hypothetical, some of them, some not, examples of production incidents. Over to you, Eduard.
Thank you. So Hola, María Carme. Meet Maria Carme. She's our friend, and she's a customer of an online service. And she leads a normal life. But one day she got home in the evening, went to bed. All is calm, all is peaceful, all is quiet. Midnight strikes. Boom. SMS. Hola, Maria Carme. That's weird. But she puts the phone down. Must be a mistake. Next day comes. Gets home in the evening. Midnight strikes. Boom. SMS. Hola, Maria Carme. This is beginning to get weird. But she still thinks nothing about it. And next day comes. Middle of the night. Fast asleep again. Midnight strikes, boom, SMS, hola Maria Carme. Now, this is definitely wrong. At this point, she might think, should I involve the authorities here? What can we do? So we'll know what happened in a moment. Let's look at another completely unrelated story, but still in the same context, which is complex systems. So this was Denver International Airport at the end of the 90s, massive project, multi-billion project, and complete refurbishment of an airport, of its terminal, of its especially amazing and smart and flashy baggage handling system. Miles and miles and miles of automated conveyor belts, reducing turnaround time for aircrafts, improving passengers' lives, improving airport personnel life, cheaper. You know where this is going, right? So inauguration day comes, and it basically all goes bust. Flights cancelled, flights delayed, baggage lost or destroyed, millions in compensation. We'll see in a moment why and what happened here. So let's look at another one, completely unrelated again, but still in the world of software problems. Anyone in the audience know who she is? Janet Jackson, that's right. Excellent. Good taste. So, why am I picturing Janet Jackson in a software engineers event, you might think? Well, it turns out there was this issue where this person, a fan of Janet Jackson obviously, bought a new laptop, played the music by Janet Jackson, halfway through, laptop crashed. Things happen, laptops crash. Some more than others, but laptops crash. Reboots the laptop, plays the song again, he wants to hear it. Laptop crashes again, obviously. Third attempt, plays it again, laptop crashed. So, it was a new laptop, so he takes it to the service for repair. The person at the shop looks at the customer in a weird way, but you know, customer is right. So, yeah, let's see what happens. They open up the laptop, power it up, play the song, boom, laptop crashes. So the customer was right. And not only was the customer right, but the laptop crashed, and similar laptops in the vicinity crashed as well by the same song. So that's definitely weird. They weren't connected to the same network. They weren't physically connected one to each other, obviously. So what's happening here? We'll find out in a moment. So after all these incidents and many others, what comes next is a post-mortem. So you may have heard of post-mortems, but in a way, which is the one depicted here in this painting by Rembrandt from the 17th century. We're not talking about that. We're talking about technology and software engineering postmortems. A postmortem in the technology world is a process that investigates the reasons of an outage, of an incident, of an issue. It finds out the reasons why it happened, it finds out the root cause, and it tries to establish actions for the future so that the issue does not reoccur. So it's not a one-directional approach like this one, but rather a collaborative effort where all crafts in the company are involved. And we will now walk you through how we do it at Ocado Technology. Over to you, Stefana.
Thank you, Eduard. So this is Cado. He is saying hello. Oops. And today, Cado will walk us through a post-mortem process, but also in the following slides, in the rest of the slides, Cado has hid some QR codes. If you find them, scan them, fill in the short form, and you will get a chance to win a Cado plushie. If you're not able to scan the QR code because it's far away, your phone is not working, don't worry, just pass by our stand later, tell us where they are, and we will help you. So, like you can imagine, Cado has been involved in a production incident, and we will take as an example the Maria Carme case we said before, and we will see what exactly is it that Cado should do to make sure this won't happen again. Well, the first step will be for Cado to analyze the situation, see exactly what went on. First of all, what was reported? Well, for Maria Carme, it was reported that Maria Carme received 3 SMSs in the middle of the night on 3 different nights. Then, Cado will need to see how did we find out about the issue, who told us there is a problem, did service desk call us? Yes, for Maria Carme that's the case, but also we could have been alerted by our internal alerts, or maybe did another team call us and tell us, hey, whenever we call your service, it's returning an error. Can you check what's happening? Then Cado will need to check which is the impact. Does this affect customers, or does it affect internal users, or maybe just affect other services? For Maria Carme, it affected, well, Maria Carme, but also were more customers affected. Maybe it was millions of customers that had the same issue. Then he needs to see, is there a reputation impact? If one user is affected, well, it's bad, but it's one user. But what if it's millions? Or what if it's just one, but she went to the police, or even worse, the press? In this case, there could be quite powerful impact on reputation. Then, is there a financial impact? Again, if we send 3 SMSs, well, there is a cost associated, but not the end of the universe. But if this was sent to millions of customers, the cost could add up. And then Cado needs to check what was done to fix it. Keep in mind that the fix could have been just a quick workaround to restore the service, and maybe the permanent fix at this point still needs to be done. We will see what was the fix for the Maria Carme case later. Then Cado needs to check what went well. It's not only important to see, well, what was the problem, but also what were we good at? Maybe we were super quick in restoring the service, or maybe we even found the problem so fast that customers didn't even realize it's there. For Maria Carme, well, Maria Carme did notice there is an issue, but at least once we found out about it, we quickly solved it. She didn't get an SMS the first night, and now other customers were impacted. Then Cado will need to check the alerts. Was alerting correct, and was it sufficient? Did we find out of the issue from our alerting systems? Not for Maria Carme, service desk called us. And also, did we receive our alert in a timely manner, or 3 days later, after we already knew about the incident, the alerts triggered? And future action points might include not just fixing the codes, but also fixing the alerting policy. So for our concrete case, we should check, do we want an alert maybe if customers receive messages in the middle of the night? And then it's not only important to be alerted, but also that the right team gets alerted. Imagine this. You're working in a software company, you are on call, and at 3 in the morning, you get a call, you have to wake up, you have to log on your system. You start checking the logs, and you realize, well, this is not really impacting my particular service. What you could maybe do is contact the other team and tell them, hey, I think there might be an issue with your system. But they might reply, yeah, we already know, don't worry, we're working on it. And in this case, you woke up for 0 reason, you got frustrated, and it's really frustrating for this to happen. So it's important not only that the alerting policy is correct, but also that the escalation policy is right, and we might need to update our decision trees for the first line of support.
Cool. So we said at the beginning that one of the objectives of the postmortem is to establish what happened. So this is the why. It's common in the industry to use the 5 why technique. You possibly are familiar with it. It basically consists of doing like children do, which is asking why. And then when you tell them why, they say, yeah, but why? And why? And why? Until we find the root cause of the incident. So the idea is that we ask questions until we find the root cause of an issue. Going to the point and to reveal the answers to the issues that we found earlier, they're quite diverse. In the case of Maria Carme, it was a special one because it wasn't really an issue with software or with hardware. The issue was there was poor documentation, and we could have improved training as well in this case. So what we put in place in this case to fix the issue is just to improve documentation, basically. Let's go to another topic, which is the Denver International Airport. For this one, what was established as the root cause of the issue, it was basically poor planning and lack of testing. And quoting the official final report, the cause was the tendency of the system to like eating people's baggage. And finally, for the Janet Jackson one, it's very interesting because it shows, as we said earlier as well, that it's hard to account for everyone that may happen with your software or hardware system. So it's not worth over-engineering for every issue that may happen, but rather learn fast from issues as they happen, fix them quickly, and put actions in place to make them not occurring again. In the case of Janet Jackson, the issue was that the song in question contains a certain set of frequencies that are in resonance with the hard drives of certain laptops, which makes them crash, basically. So who would have accounted for that at the beginning? One very important thing when we do postmortems is that we do not list human error as the source of the issue, because human error will keep happening. We always need to find another reason that actually permitted that human error to be in place. So, and we want to find what we can improve in our systems so that human error is just less likely. Okay? So, with that, we go to the last step, which is sharing the knowledge. Once the postmortem is finished, the process does not end there. You want to share it with others, because other people will definitely benefit from it. Systems are, in a way, quite similar. So if we make those postmortems accessible to others, we're actually, in our process, making their systems also better. So you can see here a set of companies that publish excellent postmortems. Their engineering blogs are full of horror stories in the sense that they list outages, they list big issues. Some of them they may have affected you. And there's even a GitHub project that has a list of relevant postmortems in the industry. It's very interesting. I call this postmortem as a hobby. I'm one of those hobbyists. I don't tell it very much because people look at me in a weird way, but it's really interesting and you learn a lot. You really learn a lot. They're really interesting cases, not only about the outages, but also about how those companies work with technology. So I really advise that. And with this, we come to blame someone. No, actually we don't. We are talking about blameless postmortem. So we're not interested in who did it. Trying to find someone to blame is the wrong approach for a set of reasons. Basically, because by removing the blame, we make our system safer. We let people learn fast from trying things, and if they don't work, we'll fix them and we'll do something that works better. We will empower people to be more innovative and to take this learn fast approach that we have as a value in Ocado Technology. So again, all our postmortems are blameless by design. And with this, and with our learnings, we hope that you learned a bit of our process and about postmortems as well today. Thank you.
Thanks.